Hi, I'm Duncan from Fishhead, and today we are looking at the new version of the FCL Labo UCB 81M This is the Mark II version of the 81M Extreme. This is designed as an all-round style PE 8 to 10 rod. It certainly is more on the popper end of the spectrum. You notice it straight away as soon as you bend it. It's a crisp, responsive and reasonably stiff rod all the way through. So as you flex there from the tip, you feel the firmness straight away, and it has quite a moderate taper, but it's a stiff moderate. So yeah, definitely designed for, from the get-go, you can feel it's designed for punching lures hard into the wind and doing all sorts of technical retrieves. So it is rated to cast up to 180 grams, PE 8 to 10 line. Component-wise, got the Fuji rubber butt cap, Fuji reel seat with locking ring, typical hard EVA grips, and then we have the pretty much the standard for heavy-duty GT rods, which is MNSG guides, silicone rings, all the way through. So the full MNSG setup. Okay, reel-wise, this will suit 14,000 size reels if you're going to run PE 8 line, or an 18,000 size Daiwa Shimano reel if you're going to run the PE 10. So the two bigger sizes of reels are ideal on this one. Anyway, let's go see how it casts. Okay, casting the 81 Extreme with Molossi tallow. Weighs about 90-ish grams with the hooks on, so a bit under what I would consider to be the ideal weight for the rod, but yeah, no trouble belting it out at all. And stiffness of the rod makes it super easy to get a big bubble trail going with the lure. So very, very easy working this one. Okay, casting the CSP 220 floater at 125, 130-ish grams with the hooks on. It's pretty comfortable in the casting range for the rod, and being a stiffer, more popper action rod, it does really rip the stick bait down through the water. So if you're using really delicate floating stick baits on this rod, you may just want to slow things down and relax a little bit. But the CSP, when it sits on the water, it doesn't mind being ripped quite hard at all. So you can get a really nice twitching technical action with this rod. Just yeah, little darts and dives and twitches, works really, really nicely. Okay, throwing the big fish head hippo popper. This lure with the hooks on is around that 165, 170 gram mark. So right at the top end of what the rod is designed for. The responsiveness and stiffness of this rod means it's very, very easy to work the popper. It doesn't take a lot of effort, and just give it nice drop down and stab, and the lure really explodes through the water. So perfect for ripping these sorts of poppers through the water with as much ease as it can be. All right, so with the 81M, so you go to flex it initially with the tip. You can see straight away it's fairly firm at the tip. Yeah, flexes about a quarter or so of the way down, then you start to get a little bit more stiffness, cutting into, yeah, in towards about halfway down. So yeah, plenty of firmness from the get-go. And then as you lift, bends a bit more smoothly all the way through. And yeah, lots of power from about the second guide to the first guide and all the way through to the butt. So yeah, tons of lifting power there. Okay, so the FCL Labo UCB 81M, casting wise did pretty much what we expected, which is punch out hard and fast casts between that 100 gram to, yeah, I think the biggest we did was around 170 grams on it, and it launches everything very nicely. And when you're working the lures, that responsiveness really came through with working poppers. Didn't have to use much effort at all to just give them a little stab, and it really transmits down at the lure end with the poppers really exploding through the water. With stick baits as well, if you're looking for doing more technical retrieves where you just want to tap, dart, make the lures jump, dive, walk the dog, that sort of thing, you're able to do it with minimum movements on this rod because it is so responsive. You just tap, 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 and away the lure goes. If you're swimming more delicate floating stick baits, which are hard to get them to dip and swim, then you're going to have to think a lot harder about it when you use a rod like this. Yeah, that stiffness starts to work against you when you get into the delicate floating stick baits. But for more technical retrieves, this one was great. As far as lifting goes, lifted the 12 kilo weight comfortably. It's pretty much slap bang in the realms of what I would call a good solid PE8 rod. We've used the previous generation of this rod with PE8 and PE10 very successfully, and no doubt this one will do it fine on both lines. But I feel like, yeah, as an all-rounder PE8 rod for working some stick baits, but probably 2/3 diving poppers and poppers is really where this rod is at. Yeah, so if you like responsive rods, firm hook sets, really taking the fight to the fish, this rod is a lovely rod for it. And also, I guess one final thought is it's physically quite light, so very, very easy to hang on to and cast with for long sessions. Okay, so yeah, you're looking for an all-rounder GT rod and you love working the poppers, definitely check out this rod. Okay, thanks very much for watching. We'll be back again soon with more rod videos.